Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Sir Syaifullah, and good afternoon, all my friends. Okay, I'm Aniruliza, and my partners Winda Lestari and Lispi Swandi. We are from Group 6, and we are talking about integrated teaching pronunciation and grammar. The first slide about introduction. This situation does not, however, seem to result in good language skill in all areas. A recent study by Lieutenant 24 reveals that even advanced Finnish learners of English make systematic error in their pronunciations. This leads Lieutenant to suggest that not enough attention is paid to pronunciation in school teaching. And from et al. 1999, page 10, grammar then is what we know. It represents our linguistic competence. To understand the nature of language, we must understand the nature of this internalized, unconscious set of rules, which is part of every grammar and of every language. Have you ever that a high number of activities in our lessons focus on other vocabulary instructions or on grammar drills, even worse pronunciation in our lessons? It might not important for our students. So, the question is, it is possible to create activities in our lesson in which students can practice grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation at the same time, just as they would do in a natural environment and in a real context. Language helps our students become aware of how English works, and this can help students improve their performance in the different skills. So how can we integrate this element in a lesson? The first about pronunciation, second about grammar, and third about vocabulary. Some activities we can do their students are role plays, dialogue, interview, or report, and so on. The following is an example of an activity you can easily out in your classroom. The task is to sing a song like this, which the students have modified the lyric to. And I think you can ask them to underline the structure that are in the present perfect tense. You can expand this activity by asking them to identify verb participle or identify regular or irregular verb. This way, you can practice a grammar structure with your students. So, before we are going to slide 4 about grammatical categories, so now we must to know what is morphology and syntax. Syntax means a set of grammar rules for words or clauses in forming sentences, usually in written and spoken sentences. We see syntax elements in words or clauses that we usually refer to as subjects, verb, and object. And morphology change in form both in grammatical function or word meaning based on context of use and semantic functions. Okay, now we are to know about the different morphology and syntax. Morphology and syntax are an integral part of linguistics. There are subdivisions of the study of languages, and together with phonetic, semantic, and phonology contribute to the understanding of how a language is formed. Morphology deals with the understanding of how words are formed, while syntax is focused on the way sentences are developed. Basically, morphology is the study of the structure of words, while syntax studies the structure of sentences. Together, these disciplines help linguists understand how language works. Okay, now we are talking about grammatical categories. Firstly, about grammatical of mood, a category that reflects the speaker's view of the logical character of an event. This character may be, for example, real or unreal, certain or possible. And second, grammatical of aspect. Aspect is a grammatical category that expresses how an action, event, or state denoted by a verb extends and over time. And third, grammatical of voice is a grammatical that applies to verb voice in English expresses the relationships of the subject of the actions. Okay, the last, grammatical of tense, a verbal category relating the time of a narrated event to the time of the speech event.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Winda Lestari. I wanna explain about teaching pronunciation. What is pronunciation teaching? Pronunciation teaching showing where they are met in the mouth, making students aware of where words should be. Pronunciation refers to the way we make the sound of a word. In other words, pronunciation is the way a word or language is pronounced. In addition, the pronunciation in it includes articulation, emphasis, and also intonation. Different kinds of English have different pronunciation. For example, the pronunciation in British English is different from the pronunciation in English American. British English versus American English. In British English, color, color, airplane, airplane, program, program, behavior, behavior, humor, humor. How to teach pronunciation? 1. Major pronunciation issues. 2. How to solve them. 3. How to teach pronunciation. 4. Pronunciation tools and games.
Rahmatullah wabarakatuh. I will the continuous presentation from my friend Winda. Okay, importance of teaching pronunciation. Teaching pronunciation is of great importance in the developing of fluency, listening and speaking habit and skill. It is of no less importance in the development of reading and writing habit and skill, since writing is the graphic representation of sound sequence. In reading, the visual image become acoustic image. These are combined with kinesthetic image resulting in inner speech. Pronunciation issues. Teachers give more importance to study grammar and vocabulary. Uh, Teachers get students to study listening and reading. Teachers see that pronunciation teaching will only make things worse. Teachers ignore benefit of pronunciation teaching. Oke, ada beberapa hal atau tips yang supaya pronunciation kita makin oke. Yang pertama, pelan-pelan saja. Yang kedua, dengarkan diri sendiri. Yang ketiga, perhatikan pressure and intonation. Yang keempat, perhatikan lidah. Yang kelima atau terakhir, berlatih dengan seseorang atau teman. Okay, next. Why to improve pronunciation? Pronunciation training is a very important part of mastering any language. When you are carrying out any verbal conversation, then the first impact that influences your listener is your way of pronunciation. How clearly you pronounce the word and how fluently you speak out sentence in main thing which can help you seek extension of those many listeners before you. And finally, for pronunciation creates additional barriers in understanding between you and the people you are talking to. Okay, that is all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.